Hi guys, Rich here, back with another pickups video. So, yeah, I guess this is going to be, I think I'm going to do two pickups video, and I might have a third pickups video next couple of days, where I'm picking up some games from a friend. So last weekend I went to London for London Anime Gaming Con. Yeah, too many beers, it was brilliant. I didn't go to many game shops as I wanted to, basically I was so knackered for going on the train. Yeah, so I got into London probably about 1 o'clock. I normally go a bit earlier, but I was going to meet up with Katsu. He said he was going to meet up about 8 o'clock. So I thought I'd leave a bit later. So I went to Play Nation Games. Took some games with me. I took like a box PS2. Just like some games like Devil May Cry, like Mission Warlord, just stuff like that. Games like that. But they were going to give me like 25p, like 50p each. And I thought, nah, it's not worth it. I can sell them on my convention table for a bit more. But I traded in my PlayStation boxed silver PS2, which I think I picked up in the summer. I completely forgot about it. It was actually in the cupboard. I put it in the summer in the car boot. I think it was like £10 with loads of games. I didn't realise how much like the PS2s have actually gone up in value. It was crazy. Like trading price, I think he only offered me. I think it was about 20 quid, £25, and that was about it. But then I remember I was literally walking to Play Nations, and I walked past CEX. And I saw the prices that they were selling, so I just asked the guy behind the counter, you know, how much obviously the trading for a PS2, and he was like 36 quid or 35 quid. I'm like, bloody hell, for a box PS2? He's like, yeah. But if it's like my CEX, you have to like hand the box PS2 over, and then you have to wait like an hour or something, and come back after they test it. It's not like when you used to be able to go in Game Station. They used to literally just literally plug it in, 2 minutes, it's done, but CEX is going to be testing everything, and takes forever. But yeah, so I could be dealing with that. Also, that CEX, they had an Xbox, like an old black Xbox. Yeah, the original Xbox. And that was like 30 quid. I was like, oh my god, when did the original black Xbox get 30 quid? It was stupid. CEX prices are just crazy. And good Kieran, my mate, just said he went into CEX a couple of days ago. I said all the prices. All the GameCube prices have just gone up by 2 quid. So all the Marios and Zeldas, they used to be obviously a certain price, they've all just gone up 2 quid in the last like few days. You're like, okay, everything's gone crazy. But anyway, yeah, so I went to the Play Nation Games. There's nothing there I really wanted. Hardly anything at all. I walked around like a zombie for a while. I did film a bit, so I might just put a little film of what was in there, but there's nothing that I really wanted or desperate to want. Good Kieran probably would have wanted some. But they had some board games and that there, so I knew I wanted to trade in. Even with like my PS2 games, I was like, oh, there's nothing I really want. I'd rather just pay the extra cash and get yeah. So I traded in like a PlayStation 2. It had like a memory card in there. Well, I've got probably about 20-30 memory cards, just a little box in there. I didn't even know it was actually in the PS2. So that was there to trade in as well. I'm thinking iToy. They must have just given me a 50p or quid for that. I'm like, oh, I literally do not care. Do not care. I've got iToys coming out my ears. But anyway, I traded that in for a couple of games. I think I just paid an extra £4 or £5, but one was just a board game. What I really wanted was Legendary Encounters. I can't turn it up this way, or can I? It's really heavy because we sorted it out. Yeah, so this is Legendary Encounters. This is the Predator version. Oh, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's a deck building game. I've got the Alien ones over there. Legendary Encounters Aliens. And you can actually mix the two as well, which is awesome. So we're going to give this a go. Yeah, you got all this, you know, the quotes like, ain't got time to bleed, and stuff like that on the cards. So it's really good. It's got Predator 1 and 2 in. So hopefully, I think they're going to be bringing out an expansion so you can do Aliens versus Predators, like a little separate expansion with the movies and stuff. But you can actually mix the two deck building games together. It's like a co-op game, or it's mostly a co-op game, where you fighting like the predators or you fighting the humans, depends how you want to play it. But also you can have like a traitor involved as well. So yeah, really good to pick that up. I've been wanting to pick it up lately. I think that was 46 quid, so only paid an extra like £10. I also got a Dreamcast game in there which I didn't have, but just randomly just thought I might just buy it for the collection. But I realised it hasn't got the front inlay. I thought it had the front inlay, but it hasn't. So I wasted basically £2.99 on bloody 102 Dalmatians for the Dreamcast without an inlay, which I'm not really bothered about, to be honest. I don't know why I got that. Don't know why I got that. And that was really it. I was going to go to Retro Game Base. Yeah, I was going to go to Retro Game Base, but there's a couple of tube stations like backwards. And when I was like basically walking to the tube station, I saw Weatherspoons, and I thought, well, I've got 3.5 hours to kill before Katsu gets there. I may as well just go in Weatherspoons, have a burger and pint, and just sat there just playing FTL on the iPad, just chilling, to be honest. It's absolutely, it was so shattered. And before I know it, yeah, this must be about 6. Yeah, when did I go in there? Probably about 5:30 actually. And I left about half 7, because it took about 45 minutes to get back from Croydon into to go to Bethnal Green. So it was about 45 minutes to an hour. So I was only there for a couple of hours, but yeah, I just had a few pints in there. Just enjoyed it, just absolutely chilling, absolutely chilling. Met up with Katsu, he looked like he was knackered as well. And then we went to the London Anime Gaming Con. Got there quite early, but we didn't realise sort of our section didn't open until like 12, so we were just like, oh, we got here 2 hours early. Could have spent some more time in bed. But yeah, really enjoyed the day. Evening was brilliant, met loads of people. I can't even remember half the names I was drinking, but I walked around with my camera on, was it Sunday? Must have been Sunday. Met a couple of YouTubers, cheers mate! I think I was filming you were filming me. Walked around, uploaded a video of my walk around, but I realised I think I've left... yeah, there's basically 4 videos, but I've only uploaded... I don't know, there's 4 different videos that I took, when I always combined them all. I combined in 2, but I forgot to combine like another 2. I was like watching my video back thinking, where's that gone? So I need to load up like part 2 or walking around. But yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Awesome cosplayers. I love the cosplayers. So they gave me the extra length. I was so tired as well on Sunday, so I left a bit early. I caught, I think it was the 2 minutes to 2 train. So I left like the event at 1:10. I thought, oh, I'll get back there. There was obviously, was there going to be a tube strike? Was there not going to be a tube strike? I got to like the underground, it said no tube strike. I was like, thank God for that. But there was some, I don't know whether I got off at King's Cross, over the Circle line or something. It was something like, oh, I don't know. Basically, I've stood in this underground. We stopped somewhere, or like a station before Paddington, and waited there for like 10 minutes. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my train is in like 7 minutes. Fucking hell. Whilst I've waited an hour. God, and then it started moving. I'm like, oh my God. They literally got off the train, got off the underground, ran. I was like, oh, I saw it saying, I think it was like 1:54. My train was 1:57, and like the minutes were counting down. And luckily, it was on platform 1. Platform 1 doesn't have the barriers, so I was like running on. I thought, oh, I looked at the train, and just opposite is like McDonald's. I was thinking, do I quickly pop into McDonald's? I'm like, yep, better be fast food. Quickly went in there. I was like, oh, and a supersized Big Mac meal. We don't do some supersized. I'm like, what about us skinny people? It's not my fault everyone's obese. How about us skinny people? Can I use my student card from like 10 years ago to get an extra cheeseburger? I never said 10 years ago. I was like, do you still take student cards to get an extra cheeseburger? And she was like, yeah. I go, you literally got 1 minute and 30 seconds to do my meal. She went, got out. It said, it was like 1:56. I'm like, ah, and then the blood's like blowing his whistle. Another blows blood. We got on like, there's like everyone was like running to the train to seem to get on like first class. And I was like, oh, I was like walking through. I'm absolutely knackered, just walking through carriage after carriage. Because that train that I got earlier, I didn't have my like reserve seat, but I always have to sit on the table like facing the way I'm going. If I'm like backwards, I'm like shutting my eyes like, no, my OCD's in the meltdown. If I'm one of those normal seats, I'm like, my OCD's like going into meltdown. But luckily after, I went from carriage A basically to F, and then I finally got a seat. There's 3 people just sitting on the table saying like, can I sit there? Like, yes. I'm like, oh, thank God for that. Then got my food, I was like, oh, awesome. And then we get to, it was a weird, normally it just goes from London, Reading, Bristol, Exeter, Plymouth, and then where I live. But this one went to somewhere different. It went to Newbury, Somebody Cross, and then it went to some completely different places. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know it was on this one. Unknown names, Newbury. I'm sure it's like Newbury Racecourse. I saw like a really posh racecourse that had like a big Dubai sign, and I was like, oh, you goddamn foreigners coming over here. Buying our race courses. I ranted to myself. Anyway, we got to some place. And they're like, oh, we have to wait here 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I want to go home. Some people were on the track. I'm like, you fucking idiots. So we were like 20 minutes delayed. Yeah, because normally it's from like London to where I live. But there's also London to sort of Plymouth, and you get off of like one platform and walk 2 feet to the next platform to get one of those local inbreaded trains that stop at every little bloody platform, every little station along the way. So instead of just going to the big towns that stop at all the little inbreaded like stations where there's only like 4 people live in the village. We were going to miss that one because we were 20 minutes late. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, it's a nightmare. Now, it was going along, I'm thinking, to Taunton actually, yeah, it's called Unknown Taunton, we don't normally stop at Taunton. And we're going along, I'm thinking, those fields are looking pretty brown. And then was like, oh my God, it's all flooded. We're obviously in Somerset, like, it was all completely flooded. It was like, the trees obviously quite tall, they're all half flooded. There was like a cow, like, sticking his head up, like, flooded. And this woman goes, my house! Started like screaming about our house. My house is over there, it's flooded. I'm thinking, the moral of the story is, do not live on a house on a plane, on a floodplain. And she started giving me evils. I go, you wouldn't buy a house next to a goddamn mountain where there's an avalanche every year, would you? And then start blaming the government because they're not helping you out because your house is avalanche. So why would you buy a house on the floodplain so it's flooded? I don't know. It confuses me. Anyway, like both sides of the train, and we obviously slowed down. Because literally, it looked like we're on a lake, mate. Literally, the left side of the train was like flooded. The right side was just flooded. Like Phil was flooded for fun. I'm like, oh my God. Now, messaging my mate said, oh, I'll be home soon. He's like, oh, it's like lots of floods, lots of weather. It's like floods everywhere, mate. I'm like, I don't remember it raining that much in London. This is crazy. And then I got home. On the news, there's some kind of storm. I'm like, there's a storm? Anyway, we get to Plymouth. I miss my train, the local inbreaded train. And now I have to wait there like 45 minutes for like the train that left London like an hour later. So I thought I'll try and get home an hour early, but actually caught the train like an hour later from Plymouth, which had my reserve seat on. It's just so funny. I'm like, literally, I want to go home. The funniest thing is when you sometimes you stop in Exeter and you're like, oh, okay, I could be home in like an hour if I'm in the car. But it takes like an hour, like 40 minutes, just from like Exeter on the train to like where I live. Oh, this is crazy. Even Plymouth, you've been, I'll be home in half an hour, but because of the local inbreaded stations it stops, it's like a 45-minute trip. You're like, I just want to go, I'm knackered. But yeah, so I'm there in this little, I guess a little baggage area, whatever you call it, I don't know. But basically, it's on the platform. Everyone's just sitting in there, customer lounge or whatever. I'm there like half asleep. And I hear someone go, ooh, alright. I'm like, it's Good Kieran. Good Kieran had been up his dad's. So Good Kieran was like, alright, mate. I'm like, absolutely shattered. I'm like, fucking, I just want to go home. I was like, I just want to go home. Like, I want to go home as well. But luckily I came back on that Sunday, because on Monday, all the local trains were stopped because of all the flooding and the storms. So I was, happy to get home. So anyway, I picked up Legendary Encounters from London, and a random Dreamcast game which I don't even care about. But there's a couple of pickups I did in the last video which I like left behind, which was E.T. on the Atari, and also Planet Ring. That was it, Planet Ring for the Dreamcast. I think I've got the normal, obviously the non-box version, or non-big box version, just in my collection. So yeah, I just saw it. It had £15. I think I got it for like 12 quid in the end. I just wanted something different. I traded some stuff in. Yeah, so happy to get that. So that was like left in my... Oh, there's also another one. AIV Evolution Global. I think... Have I already showed it? I'm not sure if I showed that. The worst looking train game ever. But anyway, it's just on my list of PS1 games to pick up. So those were just those two. And, yeah, a couple of guys came through for me, you know, Steve, who sort of runs a Retro Collect, or used to be Retro Collect, like, video games market, but now it's like Retro Video Games Market, or Retro Games Fair. He's obviously, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he's been, like, posting saying he's taken this and taken that to the event, and he said he's obviously taken his always Retro Gamers there, Retro Game Magazine. I'm like, oh, mate, can I buy some off you? He was like, yeah, but I'm not going to the event. So, cut a long story short, he was selling them for £2 each. Stu helped me out, so did Tim. So I think Stu and Tim like literally picked him up at the event and they put him in Tim's car. And then Tim the other day just messaged me saying, you know, what's your address? I'll post them to me for free. And I'm like, oh, fucking awesome, absolutely awesome. So it cost about 120 quid. I got about 60 magazines. I thought sort of done them all in order here, but well happy. It was magazine number 19 to 79, which I asked for, of Retro Game Magazine, and there's also some gaps where I'm a subscriber where they just send him in the post and that. But basically once a year or normally every 13 months, they always miss an issue every time. So I have to phone up and they're like, okay, we'll extend your subscription, but then I still have to go to the shops and buy it. But by the time I've actually been waiting for it, I go to the shops and the new one's out and no one's got the old one, the previous one. This was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. So now they do keep the old issues around and it sells a bit more. But when it's 3 or 4 years ago, there's only one newsagent in Plymouth which was W.H. Smith, which used to sell it. So they used to drive all the way up there to try and get Retro Game Magazine. But most of the time it was the new issue and they've sold all the old issues. So there was a few gaps in my collection when I actually filled it in. So I sent him which ones, and he obviously kept them back for me. Brilliant guys, and I owe you all lots of beers. I owe you 3 guys beers. But also, Good Kieran was interested in some as well. So I've got a Zelda one in my cabinet, a Mario and a Sonic one in my cabinet, and he said he was interested in some as well. So I just put the numbers down as well of ones I thought he would be interested in. And yeah, and then got all these magazines, sorted them all out, found which ones I want, and got out my doubles and stuff. I must have had some doubles anyway that I've obviously maybe picked up at car boots or done trades with people. And so I got 9 for Good Kieran. I've been slowly taking 2 to work and giving them to him, but I've been on my break reading them, thinking, oh my god, it was just awesome. The recent Retro Game magazines I haven't enjoyed since since Retro Gamer 100 really. After that I haven't really enjoyed it as much. It's only probably 20% of Retro Gamer I like. But I remember when I first must have been I think it's about 83 or 84 when I first got into it, Retro Game magazine. They were awesome. It's 50-60% of it, and now I've got all the older issues, and they're absolutely fantastic and brilliant. So if you guys get a chance to get some of the older magazines, they are really awesome, really awesome. But a couple of the ones I was going to give the Good Key, I'm thinking, these ones are they're literally the best ones. And I opened one of them, and I'm thinking, hey, okay, that's me in a photo on page 4, page 3 or 4. It's me at the replay events Play Blackpool. Or was it R3 Play or Replay, as in RE Play, in 2011. And it's a photo saying, obviously talking about the event, and it's me in the front row just looking up playing on the 20 to 30 kind of random PC game that has all the old team classics, we've seen was it Frogger or 1945, just stuff like that. We never see them at the events anymore, which is a bit weird. You used to always see that massive screen or massive projector where we've all got PlayStation controllers all linked up to a PC and stuff, but I haven't seen them for a while. Maybe they were the last one. And it was it was so funny. I was okay, I didn't even realise my mug's on page 3 or 4 of the Retro Game magazine. Anyway, yeah, some brilliant ones. The Final Fantasy one was awesome. I think that was 65 or 66 or something. But that one was amazing. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, yeah, they're pretty heavy. Don't know if I want to give them all out or not. Gotta get the rubber guns out. So after going through, I have 19 to the latest one was, I don't know, it was 150, whatever it is. But I'm actually missing 81 and 82. So I needed 19 to 82. So, yeah, I don't know why I did 19 to 79. I think I got 80. But yeah, cheers guys. It was so much easier when this on the side as well. I kept looking at the front of the magazine, realised actually on the side of the magazine it tells you what bloody issue they are. But then, yeah, there's another whole pile of them there. One more was like this big, the other's just like the same size as this one. But yeah, this is good. 100 or so mags here. So well happy. It's going to be a good read. Some awesome ones in there. These are my later ones, actually. All the older ones are there. Yeah, and that was basically it. So, oh no, I've got to... Oh. I was like, the event sort of in London Anime Con, sort of all the shops and everything, all the tables and the traders were like still open to like 8 o'clock. So I was obviously had a few beers. So I started walking around and I started buying stuff. As you do. And it wasn't until I just put them in my like bag and had my bag just hid behind Rich, who he had was it Retroactive. He was there with all his consoles and his table set up. And where we were, we didn't have any places to put our bags, so we put them in. Cheers, Rich. We put all our bags in behind him. And I must have bought some stuff and actually put some in the bag. So I got some random these jobbies and a keyring. It's like Link, Catbus, and the Zelda shield. Yeah, I was like looking through my bag when I obviously got home and realised I must have purchased them, which I don't really remember. And there's one shop on the Sunday where I was like walking around, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure I bought something. And like, yeah, you bought something here the last night, and I got some plushies. She had a box on the floor that said £10 or below or offer. So they had these little plushies in there like a box. And I thought, oh, they're all going to be like 10 quid each or something stupid. And some guy just literally picked up an unknown Pokemon that I've never seen before and was like, would you take a quid? And she was like, yeah, a quid. I was like, what the hell? So I picked up all the Yoshis. I was like, oh, will you take a quid for these? She's like, nah, I wanted £5 for them. I'm like, oh. So basically picked up loads and said, would you take this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I got them all for 30 quid. If I remember, I got them all for 30 quid. I remember paying 30 quid, but I just couldn't remember which shop I actually purchased them. So I remember plushies the next day. So some of these I might actually, I just don't really care about. I might put on my sci-fi comic convention. Just put £5 on them. I know I always get kids asking for them. So £5, they're in like new condition and stuff. So I might just keep these free and then just put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just like put £5 on them and I'll definitely sell them. I don't even know half of these, man. I should know that one maybe. Definitely know that one. Yeah, I might just keep the Yoshis. Because they are cool. Yeah, so hopefully just make my money back just on and then for the Yoshis. And that was it. Any more random buys down there? Yeah, so that was it for that London weekend. And then I came back and yeah, Tim messaged me about the retro gamers and he posted them to me. So it must have been like 20 quid plus. Oh, you lost of beers, mate. Yeah, can't wait for play Blackpool. It's slowly building up now. Yeah, I'm getting really excited. I need to put back some trades, start putting back some trades, I think, for the trip up there to Exeter and stuff like that. So that's like this video. I'm going to do another video because I had a really good charity shop find. So sometimes I don't upload as many videos as I want to, so I'm just going to do a separate video and probably release this one as soon as possible and do the other one at the end of the week. So cheers guys, thanks for watching. Whoop whoop. Yeah, thanks to all the subscribers as well. I always forget, thanks to all the subscribers, people liking, people sharing, people commenting. You know, all my watches abroad and that. There's always a guy from Brazil or from America and that. So yeah, cheers guys. I really do appreciate it. So cheers.